Hello and welcome to the PMQ Live Update for today, April 8th. We are here with Brandon Davis of Novella's Pizza in New Hudson, Michigan. Why don't you say hi to everybody, Brandon?
Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Everyone's being safe, making some pizzas, hopefully, and taking care of yourself. Thanks for having me.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for your time today. I know everybody's super busy, even with the restricted hours, but again, as I just want to let everybody know, as you're coming in, you can ask your questions here on the Facebook comment page, and it'll come to me, and I'll put them up, and Brandon will answer them. We had several issues we wanted to talk today to Brandon about. One is, again, there's some repetition in the guys I'm talking to, but I like to hear how each one of them is handling it. So offering curbside pickup, some of the things he's doing with that, the no cash at all, payment over the phone, even setting up pickup window so that it's like very as contactless as possible. Delivering alcohol. I've got a whole list here, so rather than name each one right now, I want to just kind of jump into this. So Brandon, why don't you first tell me, what was the first adaptation you had to make? Just kind of give me a brief rundown of how you've adapted from the first day to now, without going into too much detail, because we'll get into that in a little bit. But just tell people what you've been doing.
Yeah, I feel like when this whole thing started, it kind of went from 0 to 60 real quick, and the stay-at-home order came in a few weeks ago from the governor, and the no dining came in first. And when the no dining in came in, luckily for us, we do a lot of carry-out, and we have a lot of practice with the carry-out, so it wasn't too much of a change. But what we did was we blocked off 2 of our doors. We put signs over them and kind of make you go to the middle door of all 3 of them. And at that door, we set up a table so we can maintain our 6-foot distance from the guest for their safety and for ours. And we started taking phone calls over the phone for curbside, for no contact delivery, and no guest is allowed into the restaurant right now. So we had that table there. Everyone's paying over the phone.
You said it's a 6-foot table? Is it like a 6-foot long table?
Yeah, it's a long table. We took it from the back of the restaurant. It is also.
Do you shuffle the pizza across to them, just kind of slide it?
Yeah, just slide it. You got to be ready when you get to Novella's Pizza. That's for sure. But it gave us a good opportunity for us to feel safe, for guests to feel safe. I was very nervous about it at first, when it was just getting started, because I didn't want to make it uncomfortable for the guest, especially. But we were pleasantly surprised that once we went live with it, the guests were actually thanking us for doing that, just to take out that awkwardness of trying to stand back and be safe. So that table's there. It creates a nice buffer. But we also are doing a lot of curbside pickup right now, and we switched our delivery to 100% no contact, just to eliminate, somebody being a little more nonchalant about it, trying to keep our drivers safe, all the doorsteps that they're going to. So we went to 100% no contact delivery, and we let the guests know over the phone, and the guests have been great about it, and very supportive in this crazy time. So that's kind of how we started with everything, and it was very well received.
All right, so you'd said that you were already kind of set up, all ready to go for and Lenny Rago, you're not the only one watching. You're the first one to comment. He wants to know if he gets a T-shirt. I don't know if to give him U.S. Pizza Team T-shirt, or maybe you want to give him a Novella's T-shirt. I think he'd look better than that.
Yeah. When this thing is over, I'm going to be going to Chicago anyways. I'll drop off a Novella's Pizza T-shirt for him for sure. But I need to have one of his too, though.
Sounds good. Sounds like a fair trade. So you said you were pretty much already well established for curbside. It's not something that you had to kind of add and do in the long run. I've been seeing online you've been putting up have you been putting up instructions to kind of, you've already done curbside, but now it's got to be contactless. They're not allowed in the store. Did you do a little bit of training with your customers? I know there's another topic dealing with this we're going to talk about later, but.
Yeah, there's always 2 things to it. You need to, if you're going to talk about it, you better make sure that your employees are ready to go. And that was an adjustment, but we did a pretty good training with our employees on it, kind of how to handle things and be sensitive to things, but also, training your guests on these new things that are changing also. And so, yes, we did a little instructional video, had a little humor with it. We did for our curbside pickup, where we, somebody was driving slow past us, and we chucked the pizza box at them with their window open. Luckily, it didn't make it. It would probably taken off a head or something. But and then we kind of got a little more serious, and we put some instructions out there as well, just like in print, so people can understand what we're doing. But in the no contact, not everybody follows too closely to Facebook. Most people do, but not everybody. And so when somebody orders a delivery over the phone or even a curbside, we let them know how we're going to handle it, and just so they're aware. And I think people feel pretty comfortable about that.
Okay. Now you said you're doing like the no cash, all payments over the phone. Is this something, did you have to get any more infrastructure as far as like online ordering or any of those kind of platforms, or are you just kind of running it through your credit card machines that you currently had?
Yeah, we push everybody for online ordering most that we can. We only have 4 phone lines here, so and I live in the community, so I know most of the people that come here, and probably 70% of them have my cell phone number at this point. So I'm getting text messages, people saying, "Hey, can't get through the restaurant, the phones are down." But we try to push everybody there. When you order online, you have to pay credit card over the internet, which people like. But if you call us for the order, then we just at first we're kind of easing into it, say, "Hey, would you want to pay over the phone?" But now it's just kind of, "Hey, I'll take your credit card whenever you're ready," and people understand. No one's said, "What's this all about?" So people know, and but yeah, the online ordering was already set up for success for us, and so luckily in that respect, we didn't have to make any adjustments there. But yeah, we're still trying to push everybody to ordering online. People are getting a little stir crazy, and they want to get pizza Friday at 6 o'clock. So when that happens, we're trying to say, "Hey, order online just to make sure you can get through as soon as possible."
Okay. Now, as far as the I guess it's like a pickup window. It's not necessarily a window. It's just a table kind of wedged in the door. Did it take people back at first? Did you find some people trying to push it out of the way so they could get inside, or you guys got a doorman there?
Yeah, security. There's always one. There's always one who's going to try to come on in. But in this area, our community is great. The people are great. They know what's going on. That wasn't too much of an adjustment. But yeah, a few people have tried to come in. We've politely asked them to take a couple steps back, and we'll take care of them that way. So, but yeah, it was a little adjustment for a few people.
Well, are you finding the people that are maybe trying to do that they just weren't maybe expecting it? Are they grabbing onto it quickly, or are they giving you a lot of BS and kind of copying attitudes? Have you had any kind of trouble with instituting some of these new regulations that we all have to kind of follow?
No BS, but it took the first week that we did it was a little bit different, and it did take some adjustment. But after 1 week of doing it, it was people learn pretty quickly. And plus, when we're busy, there's more than one person waiting out there, and they're keeping their distance. But yeah, nothing too crazy to report. But the first week was tough for us, tough for the guest, and it was a bit of a learning curve, and luckily we're happy that everyone kind of caught on pretty quick to it. But the table is nice having that there. Again, like I told you before, I was concerned that people would be put off by it. But we want to make sure everyone knows, how safe we're being, and we're taking this very serious. And we're doing all the things the right way. And this is just another one of those steps that we can hopefully make them feel more comfortable, because it is legitimate. It's a legit concern. And we have taken it so serious here that it's never been cleaner, never been safer, and so people kind of caught on pretty quickly. But yeah, that first week was more than anything else. People were walking up and just kind of smiling, like, "Can't believe this is going on." Like, this is, and then they were also like, "Well, thanks for doing this, thanks for staying open, and thanks for keeping us safe." And so, but yeah, the first week was interesting for sure.
Well, I wanted to kind of move on to this next thing real quick. Is just alcohol deliveries. Is that that's something you guys are doing, carry out and delivery? So is that something you had to fight for in the community? Was it already in process, or is it something that was just brand new for this?
I guess there's a good picture of that. Yeah. So we, interesting enough, I'm not sure if I'm embarrassed by this or not. We've always had the capability to do delivery for wine and beer. Beer is tricky. There's a lot of laws that are in place with beer. Wine's a little bit easier, but yeah, we've always had this capability. We've never really pushed it. I was always kind of nervous about it, and we've only been open for 2 years, so we're still trying to. We've still been learning as we go. But now that we are very comfortable with our delivery process, very comfortable with our alcohol process, said, why not now start talking about it a little bit more? And I'm happy to say that people have been taking us up on it. Apparently, when there's a quarantine, people like to enjoy a couple alcoholic beverages. So, let us bring that to you. And it's best to stay out of the stores as much as you can, from what I understand. So people are taking full advantage of that, which is good to see. And
well, this is another.
Oh, sorry. As we kind of marked our line down a little bit, just because let's just get it out there, let's get it to the people. So.
Well, and this is obviously you said you had the capability, and this kind of just made you make that extra leap into getting it actually functioning. Obviously, it's going to be something that you're going to keep. Are there any other changes that you think you've made that you were forced into making, but you're definitely going to keep when we get back to normal?
I mean, curbside is the definite. That's a definite. And in fact, before we opened, that was part of our plan, was to have like signage out front for curbside, and so that's definitely going to be going on. We have hand sanitizer throughout for the guests. That's going to continue. The beer and wine delivery, that's absolutely going to continue. And trying to think what else that we're going to keep going with. But like I said before, luckily we were already set up. Well, and we're going to continue. I think we're going to keep doing these pizza kits, man. Like, these pizza kits are fun, and my kids love them, and I know that our guest base, they love them, and that just seems like something we should probably continue. And I guess most everything that we're doing now, I think we're going to continue. I don't think this is going to change for quite a while, and even when everything is all said and done, I think people are going to be very sensitive to going out places, public gatherings. I think it's going to be going on for quite a bit. So I think we'll probably continue everything except that we'll let people back in the restaurant once that's lifted. But but it is kind of nice doing all that carry out and curbside and delivery.
You think people are going to grab onto this and just remember all this, or are they going to go back to their old habits of the way they used to order? Or do you think some of these guys are getting, it's like, holy crap, curbside, that's convenient. I know you want to see your customers come in, but you think they're going to hold on to those new normals? I
mean, in my, I'm not a professional when it comes to that, but I really think so. I think people are going to really continue to do the curbside. Originally when we started curbside, before this was going on, we did it just because we have little kids, and it used to be such a pain to get your kids out of the car to go pick up carryout. And you can't leave them in the car, and so you take it in with you. You got to take them out of the car seat, do this and that. So that was the original reason why we started curbside a while back. But this brings a whole different light to it, and I can see that people being a little weary of going out to to restaurants, or I think curbside, I think carryout, and I think I've always thought that's the thing of the future anyways. That's how we designed our restaurant around that. But I think it's going to continue for sure.
Well, it's just kind of the natural laziness of Americans where we're progressing. But I mean, you said you were already designing around it, so kind of being ahead of the curve there. So, I wanted to ask you here about the take and make Mondays, not take and bake. I think I wrote that wrong up there, but so basically, I've got the description here. Why don't you tell us what it's about? This goes along. This is not necessarily, it's a pizza kit, but it adds a little more to it, right?
Yeah, well, the take and make, we don't do pizza for that. So when we first opened, it took a while to build the brand. Starting off with a unique name, a unique logo that no one's ever heard of you before. And Mondays were pretty slow at the time, and closing for a day just wasn't an option. When you're the owner of the business, you still got to pay your rent for that day. And so we tried to figure out a way to generate some sales on a Monday, and we started the take and make. And we do a different meal every Monday. Lasagna, like you're looking at, is definitely one of the most populars. We'll do baked ziti, we do chicken parmesan, we do meatloaf, we do barbecue ribs, stuffed peppers, we've done tacos, just a ton of different stuff. And once we started doing that, for whatever reason, that just took off on our social media. And I go places still to this day. I go places and someone says, "Oh, you want Novello's Pizza?" And the first thing they ask me about is the take and make. It's hilarious. But even in a time like this, especially, the take and make is really ramped it up. And we do lasagna or baked ziti. We did meatball subs last week with fresh baked bread. But we do those lasagnas. People are ordering 2 of them. They're freezing one, and it's just a convenient thing. We've thought about doing it more than just one day a week right now, but for right now, it's every Monday, and we pretty much sell out on Mondays. It's been really cool, and we tell people, hey, we take orders for the week in advance. You pay over the phone, and then when you get here, you can call us. We'll bring it out to you. Or the idea is you're coming home at 4 o'clock on a Monday, presumably after work or whatever else is going on now, and you just walk into the restaurant to our window, and we hand it to you, and you walk back out and get instructions, and it's a lot of fun. And I always make an extra one for my house, and we kind of depend on it, and the kids like it, and they're always really good. Just trying to help those
Well,
parents.
I wanted to ask you, and I always ask, just kind of brought it up though, is that I'm always asking, are you always eating your own food, or you're taking that home, or are you making a concerted effort to go to another local, one of your neighbor establishments and help them out as well? You guys kind of paying it forward in that way.
Yeah, we've been eating across the street quite a bit. Shout out to New Hudson across the street. We'll get a growler from Draft Tourist down the road. I got a buddy who owns North Center Brewery a couple miles the other way. We'll get some beers from him. But for right now, we're trying to eat out a little bit and help out everybody. Because some restaurants that depend on that bar business or that depend on that dine-in business heavy. I feel for them. My heart breaks for them. So if we can go out, and it gives me a chance to get some new food. But yeah, we're trying to support some people that maybe don't have it as good as us right now. And we're blessed. We're a pizza place, and we're allowed to stay open, which is cool. Everyone's healthy right now, which is number one priority. And we can keep everybody here healthy and safe, and we can stay open. It's just a bad day for us is a good day. And so, but yeah, we're trying to help out everybody in the area that possibly can and get some food from them for sure.
All right. Well, Nick, you just kind of along the lines of that, I wanted to just kind of show. I just got this from Craig Allenball. I guess he might be watching, or he's just serendipitously sent this to me. But again, something Fairview Park Community Meal Saturday. So it's one of those things. Craig Allenball, being a member of the U.S. Pizza Team, sauced wood-fired pizza. Making some great pizzas. But again, this is just kind of showing. So you know what? Well, I'd be interested. I don't think I can get up there, but it's something that I guess is helping people. Now, I'd be interested to talk to him about how to do a community meal while being safe with all the trying to keep social distancing. That might be an issue, but it's an interesting thing. I'd like to see how people are kind of handling these things. I wanted to touch on the pizza kit, because you said it's something that you think you might want to keep doing. But I mean, you're doing. You can kind of describe real quick what you get in those, because they're pizza kits for $30, but it looks like it's enough for 2 pizzas and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, just to back up on what Craig was saying, you got to take what that guy says with a grain of salt. I'm just kidding. Love Craig. Yeah, and they do a lot of really good stuff. Their pizza is unbelievable. I had it a few times at some of these competitions. But the pizza kits, I love the pizza kits. And I think we're going to continue doing it. And you get 2 large pizzas. You get sauce, cheese for both those pizzas. You pick out a couple of toppings. You get 6 cookies that we make in house, and we just give them to you. We ball them up for you. You cook them at home, and you get 2 chef packs for the kids, and they get to decorate those maybe while the pizzas are cooking or before you make them. And my wife has done some pizza homework that we'll include there while the kids are home as well. And right now, the newest thing that we're doing with our pizza kits is we're doing a little pizza competition. We have a lot of Food Network on TV right now, and so my kids they're starting to like it, and they like the competition, which I like to see. And the first time we did the pizza kits at home, my kids wanted it to be a cooking competition. And so now we're going to do a little cooking competition with everybody, and put your pictures on Facebook. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to look at all of them. We'll choose the number one that we think is the best, and you'll get a $25 gift card to us. And then we're also going to have some honorable mentions, maybe some people who didn't quite do so well, but they did their best. Maybe they'll get a little swag from us. Just try to have some fun with it. But I really have fun with it. And it's fun to see my kids, and I'm sure everyone else, it's fun to see your kids as well start to take to cooking. It's a great life skill that everyone should possess. And I'm excited that my kids are kind of getting into it right now, and they take it pretty serious. If you watch their videos, they get into it, and they're pretty competitive. And they beat me both times, they say. So I'm humbled by that as well.
And, it's now seeing something earlier today is it almost made me cry. And I'm going to see if I can find it. We'll play it later. But it was along the lines of the I ate your Halloween candy prank from Jimmy Kimmel. And I think you told me you told the girls they had to run the restaurant tomorrow because they were getting a little lippy about maybe having beat you at the home pizza competition. But
yeah, I don't know where they get their lippiness from, but they want to do a pizza competition, and we made a really big deal out of it. It was hilarious, and I announced that they both tied for the win. We're starting 2 for 2 right now for that, and they were giving it to me. They're like, "Oh, we're better pizza makers," rubbing it in, not holding back. So that's fine. You can run the restaurant tomorrow, and my oldest one, Preston, just started to freak out. Like, she was getting nervous, and she was borderline tears. And then Novella, our younger one, starts to process the information. And she said, "Well, I don't want to make the dough." And she started game planning on how she was gonna run it, but she was very concerned because she said she can't reach anything here.
Well, I got that. I'm gonna play that for you real quick, because this is as awesome as it is. It's super mean.
They need it.
Can you hear it? Here. Can you guys hear that? All right, I'm not sure if you guys could see it at all. Were you able to?
I can see it. I can hear it, but you got to go check it out. I recommend doing it to your kids. It was so funny, and it's good to keep them down a couple pegs every now and then. But it brings us to the next point. I do want to talk about the family meals too in a minute, but I mean, it's kind of having that normalcy on Facebook. I'm seeing a lot of the stuff of just you're putting up pictures of pizzas and stuff. Now you have to pepper in a little bit of that social responsibility, kind of train your customers, give a few notifications, but try and keep it more lighthearted and stuff like that. And I mean, coming up with things that people can do without mentioning the situation by the name, I think is the best. I mean, do you find what's the balance of normalcy to information that you're trying to maintain? 50-50 or trying to do more of the normalcy? I mean, I think we're trying to do more than normalcy. Education is super important. Educating our staff, educating ourselves, and educating our guests as well is very important. And that needs to be talked about constantly. It's talked about here constantly with our staff every single day, multiple times a day. But outside of that, I mean, we all know what's going on, and no one likes it. And it's okay to forget about it for a second. Be conscious of your surroundings, know what's going on. But I also kind of want to maintain a certain level of normalcy in myself. Otherwise, I'll give myself an anxiety attack if I'm not careful. So it's nice to see a Facebook post that's not talking about what's going on. It's nice to see something that's not talking about politics or whatever. It's nice to get a small breath of fresh air in these very scary times. So we do want to keep normalcy in our daily lives, and all the while educating each other and ourselves and being safe. That's number one, but it's good to have some fun. You got to laugh a little bit. You got to have some fun, and you got to enjoy your time. All the time, really, even in the scary situation that we're in. So normalcy is important for us, absolutely.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit. And we got just a couple more topics too. I mean, just some of the things that I think you're doing that are pretty good. The family meal thing, real quick. It's different than the Take and Make Mondays. Is it something different?
Well, the Take and Make is like our family meal. So the sounds kind of confusing right now. The pizza kit is what we're doing on. People can order those, making their own pizzas at home. But our family meal is our Take and Make. It's the same thing, and we are doing those special dinners that are not on our menu here. And just trying to give you a reason to come here maybe one more day a week and get something different other than pizza or salad or wings, and keep it a little more fresh. But that's every Monday we do that. We've done that every Monday for, it's been about a year and a half now, maybe longer, maybe almost 2 years probably.
But is this the Family Meal Wednesday that you're trying to start that has the little from Mom and Dad?
Yeah, see, that's new. That's new. Large 2-topping pizza. We're probably going to get some phone calls right now for it because it just started. Large 2-topping pizza, Caesar salad, garlic knots, and a bottle of our Chianti for $40. And it's a family meal. I think we're starting to call it like Wine Down Wednesdays, or I haven't really figured out exactly what we call it right now. But yeah, it's a good deal. You get pizza, salad, garlic knots, bottle of wine, $40. I think right now a lot of us need that. So it hits all the bases. You get a little green, get your pizza, the kids crush the garlic knots, and maybe you're crushing them as well, and you get to enjoy a bottle of wine.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, parents are doing a lot of work now, and it helps us to stay sane because we have to keep the kids sane. So I did want to talk to you a little bit about some of the stuff that you're doing in the community there. We were talking about supporting local community support. Was there a lot of your community coming in trying to help you guys help other people out, like just your staff or first responders or anything like that?
I mean, our staff is great. This community is unbelievable. I love this community, and I live in this community. I live in the city, the restaurant. I live 2 miles from the restaurant. My kids go to school here. All our friends are here, and we love this area. And it's just such a good, supportive community and an environment. And we've had people that have called and ordered pizzas for the fire station, for the hospital. We're getting phone calls for that. I was getting emails last night from people asking about fundraisers they want to do with us to get some pizzas to some other essential workers out there. Our community is over the top. It's first class, number one. That was donated from one of our guests, and she would not like for me to say her name, but she's an unbelievable person who donated that. And with that, we're going to put it on Facebook probably tomorrow or the next day. But if anybody wants to supply food for an essential worker, fire, police, hospital, reach out to us. We're closed for lunch right now, but if I have 24 hours notice or a day before notice, I'll come in the next day and we'll fire out some lunch for somebody, and we'll give you 20% off the order if it's going to an essential worker. This morning we took care of the police station. I went over to the local police station, gave them some lunch. Those men and women over there are unbelievable. Keep us safe year round, especially at this time. It's crazy for them. We're going to the local hospital next Tuesday. I got a friend that's a nurse in the ER over there, and that's a very scary situation that they're dealing with. So we'll be over there taking care of them. But if anybody wants to supply food, I'm getting a lot of questions about it for a first responder or any essential worker, really. Let me know, and you're going to get 20% off, so we can try to help you out with that, because these people deserve it. They're risking it all, and they need to be taken care of. So that's what we're going to try to do.
Well, that's great. I don't know. It was cutting in and out a little bit, but I got the whole thing. But if you guys want to come and pay it forward to an essential worker, first responder, Novelis is going to be giving you guys 20% off. They're not open for lunch, but he's there. Give them 24 hours notice, and they can set it up. I did want to say I did see your employee back there wearing the mask, which is good. Anybody touching the food, that's great. Are you buying these masks? How are you getting your supply of masks? Are you getting them through your distributors, or you got anything special going on?
Well, I got one of our employees, Sandy. Her mom made us these masks, and they are super durable and very legit. I told the staff, you guys can wear whatever mask you want. Everyone's going to have to wear masks. But if you don't have one, then we're going to provide these for you from Sandy's mom, and then they're really good. It's actually very impressive how well they are. And then my niece, her name is Anna. She's 10 years old, and she's going to be making her sewing skills is through the roof, and she's making us some masks as well. So we got some people making some masks for us. But if people want to wear their own, of course they can do that. And the reason we want to go to masks is because, well, guests can't get in here, and we're a very limited, space with the guest. We're not really getting within 6 feet hardly ever to our guests right now, and they're not coming in the restaurant. But it's important to keep the staff safe at the same time, and so if we're all wearing them, it works. If one person's not wearing them, then it doesn't work. So we're all wearing them right now, and we're to keep us safe. But it's cool to get these masks from people, and I kind of like it better than the medical ones. I think they give you a little more character and save those for people that need it. So,
well, are you branding them with your logo or other local establishment logos?
Not yet.
Are you giving them to your customers at any point?
Not yet, but we're working on that. I got a buddy who did that for his brewery, and they look awesome. And so I'm gonna try to figure out how I can get that to my niece, and so she can do it for us. So the wheels are turning on that, and they just pass them out but you kind of, if you're going to wear it, might as well have a little fun with it and be serious about it and be educated, but still, you can throw a little flair on there for sure.
Well, I did want to say, saw one pop up, but I just did want to say again, we're kind of wrapping up around here, but I want to see if you guys have any questions for Brandon, if you guys are local there. I know this is on Novella's page as well as his pizza team, PMQ and PizzaTV. Ask him right now. He might have the answer. If not, maybe you can teach him a thing or two. But, I wanted to, thank everybody for joining in. Dorothy Foley, she says basic cheese and fresca pizza. That's what she loves. Tina Archer, they love you guys. So Miranda Hunter, she works with RC. She wants a free T-shirt. Thanks for that, Gino. You're going to run out of T-shirts now, Brandon. So, and Lenny, I am not a jerk. Your interview's been canceled, Lenny. You're on notice, my friend. So if you guys have any questions here, I just wanted to make sure you get them in here in the next couple minutes. But I did want to say, we were talking and we kind of talked about this, just trying to attack the social media and what the balance of normalcy versus, information is. You think one thing is you said something about don't plead for orders. Can you expand on that? Because a lot of people are hurting.
Yeah, it's like I said before, we're so lucky to be in this community. Just the outpouring of people who want to support the local business right now in local economy is very important. Everybody knows that. It's very important. But just the amount of people who are supporting the local businesses and it is 100% overwhelming to us, and they're tipping our staff great and making sure that they're taken care of. So that local community is unbelievable. But when it comes to the social media, again, it's got to be positive. I know the situation that we're dealing with right now. Everybody does, but you got to be positive about it, and you just got to keep pushing forward, and that's what we're trying to do. You can see, of course, there's some people who maybe think a little more negatively about it. I understand those tough spots that some businesses might be in, and we're all in those tough spots right now. But just try to stay positive, and that's what we're preaching right now. That's what we want to promote inside these four walls and with our guests as well. And that's the only way to do it. And that's our opinion. But yeah, it's a scary time for a lot of people. My heart breaks for a lot of restaurants out there and a lot of other businesses and families right now. But we're going to try to keep that positivity on our social media and in our daily life. So that's our goal right now.
All right. Well, you've got a lot of good information, unique information. There's I'm sorry, Tina just chimed in here, and she agrees that, providing food options for the first responders and their families is important. It's something that, because they're out there putting their lives on the lines, they cannot stay home. They're not allowed to, because they got to keep us safe. So let's do our best to make sure that they're motivated and not even motivated, they're taken care of. They're already motivated. They're already out there doing it. So we have to step up at this point and help take care of them, because they take care of us. So you've got a lot of good info and everything that you've been talking about today. People kind of, when they're watching this again, if they have questions about something that you're doing, or maybe just kind of want to run an idea by you, how can people get in touch with you if you're willing to talk with them and help these guys out?
Absolutely. I'm willing to talk to anybody. So on Instagram, it's at Novella's Pizza. And then Facebook is the same, at Novella's Pizza. We're pretty quick about responding on those social media platforms. So yeah, any questions or any tips, or opinions, they're all welcome. And I look forward to speaking with you and responding to each and every one of you. But the community, the community in general is tight. The pizza community, as you know, Brian, is over the top tight. So anybody out there, my brothers and sisters out there that have some tips or any questions or need some help with something, I'm always willing to help. Anybody possibly can. So, I'm always willing to be helped. I ask a lot of questions. So fire away.
That's great. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. The pizza community is over the top. Restaurant industry is cutthroat, but this segment seems to be more familial and friendly and cooperative. And we all know that actually in this part, a lot of the other restaurants are hurting a lot more than our segment, even though we're all hurting. That's the best part, is they can turn to us and we can help them out. I wanted to ask you one more thing, Brandon. Just as what's one thing you're looking forward to when you go back to normal? Now, I know you've got a lot of good ideas that you've implemented. You're going to keep going. But what's just that one thing you miss when you can sit down and have a day off and not have to worry about anything?
I think it's just having a clear mind. Look forward to getting some kind of normalcy back, and just that freedom. That you lose that, and it's you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. It's not a good feeling. And so just the freedom to do whatever you want outside of here. That's what I'm really looking forward to. And just we're gonna work real hard for these next couple, however long it's gonna be, and then we're actually gonna close the day when this whole thing is over. I told my staff when this thing is over, because they're working like crazy, and they're putting themselves out there too. We're not doctors or nurses here by any means, but you're still out there and you're working right now. And so when this is done, we are going to be we're going to close down for a day. We're going to have a nice steak dinner in the house. The whole staff's going to come over and just kind of relax and break some bread together and get done with this. But also inside these four walls, I'm looking forward to being closer with the guests again. We have a really good relationship with our community and the guests that come in here. And I do miss, seeing them and talking to them, and I made a lot of good friends since we opened this place. So I look forward to seeing all those people, not through a glass or over the phone. Look forward to that. Absolutely.
Well, here's something that I didn't ask, and I think I need to put it on my short list of questions to ask, is that, of course, it's great because you build a rapport, especially in the smaller areas, with your customers. Have you found that they obviously miss it too, or they keep coming? Have you found that you've reached out to new people who maybe hadn't tried you before, but since there might be more limited options in the area and you're one of the staples, have you gotten a new kind of a level of customer, just a new customer base coming in?
Yeah, you gotta take look at the positives. This could be an opportunity to meet a lot of new people and to get to some people that maybe we're going to go to a steakhouse tonight. They can't go there now, so let's keep carry out. Usually the first thing we think of for carry out is pizza. We're getting a lot of new people to come in here and making a lot of new friends, and people are sending us messages on Facebook saying first time trying, they loved it. And so I told our staff here, I said, this is a great opportunity to get some more regulars coming in here and to make some new relationships. So yeah, we have definitely noticed that. There's a lot of people coming in for the first time, and that's nice. Yeah, that's nice to see.
All right. Well, again, I want to thank everybody who's kind of jumped in here. Mike Donaker says he thought we had a great update, and it makes him happy to see how quick you guys are on Messenger. And then this is my favorite. Craig Allen Balls says you have to send me some cookies, so I'll be expecting those. I'll send you my address. But I did want to say, thank you so much, and everybody can get in touch with you at Novella's Pizza on Instagram and Facebook. Just kind of reach out to you there if they have any questions or just want to see some of these great pictures. This pizza right behind us right here is that's one of your Facebook posts. So it's you guys make some quality pies. I'm really glad you came out for our competition. We got to know each other this year. I think you're going to be a great asset to the team, but you're already a great asset to the industry. And I thank you so much for your time. And that was the other question. I was stalling if you hadn't noticed. And this is another question I think I want to put on there is like, what's the one thing you're doing to stay sane at home, having children? Because I know that people are going to have to get into homeschooling and stuff like this now. But you're also trying to run your business and, be out there and do this stuff. What's the one thing you can do to unwind, to keep that normalcy at home with your children? I already liked you doing the pizza playoffs or, have the pizza battles. Is there anything else you guys do?
My daughter is in kindergarten right now. She was. And so the training wheels and the bike are off. So we're riding bikes right now. We're trying to get outside as much as possible, trying to also shield our kids from what's going on. So I've had an opportunity to do some schoolwork, which, believe it or not, was not my forte. So I've been struggling with that with my daughter, trying to teach her how to tell time. It's not easy to do. We're trying to keep a little bit of structure at home so the kids don't go off the deep end, which can happen pretty quick. But we're trying to keep that, it's some of it's been positive. You get to go for more walks with the family. You get to see the kids more often, and you get to do some workbooks, some homework, and color some pictures, painting rocks, decorating times before Easter already. My wife does a really good job of thinking of new ideas to do with the kids. And Mom dropped off some cake things that they baked, and they made cake at home. And so we're trying to find new things to do with these kids to keep them from driving us nuts. But they're a lot of fun, and so we're trying to spend as much time with them as we can. I don't think we'll ever have this, opportunity to do this again. So hopefully not. So we're gonna spend some time with the family for sure, the kids.
Well, I like that. Before any of this happened, I bought a couple clearance things at Kroger of gingerbread ninja cookies. So I'm looking at trying to decorate those and have some fun. You kind of dug yourself a hole here. Jim McDaniel says he wants a shirt. And Dorothy Foley says you're out. You had 2 shirts and they're already gone. Dorothy Foley says puzzles, eh? And it did kind of brought me back to, you said your wife was making doing homework assignments in the pizza kits and pizza math.
Oh man, one night we had this puzzle from Tina Archer that she gave us a 500-piece puzzle of a Vespa. We love Vespas here. It's our logo. And my wife and I were up till later than we should have been, up till 2:30 putting this puzzle together one night. But you've had the puzzle for almost 2 years now. So now's the time to do stuff like that. So we're reaching. We're finding new things to do. But yeah, the puzzle took us a long time. It looks awesome, but it took us a long time. Way longer than it should have.
Well, what was the pizza homework in the kits though? What was that? What was she putting in there? Just little math puzzles or word things like the back of a placemat at a diner? No. She put a lot of time and effort into it. So and really, okay, so this, but I didn't know this until 2 years ago that Pi told you how many toppings that you should be putting on a pizza. So there's so much math that goes into pizza that I wish I would have known that when I was younger. I would have spent a lot more time focusing on it, probably on the math at least. But my wife really dug deep and put together some math equations for little kids about if this is the size of your pizza, how many, and this is the size of the pepperoni, how many pepperoni should be on this pizza for a certain amount of coverage. So she put all that together. Like I said, that's not my forte, but that is definitely hers, creating that kind of work for the kids to do. But yeah, that was what it was. It wasn't like a tic-tac-toe board. It was good stuff. I think the parents appreciated it. Well, and here's something. We have this in the hallways of PMQ. It is a pizza math. It's a pizza math board, and I'm going to show you guys something real quick. But it's not the one we have. But I mean, you can use math to tell pizza right here. Pizza fractions. Yeah. 2/3, 1/4, a whole. I don't even know what that one is. 2/6. I guess technically it's 1/3. So yeah, math was not my strong suit. I could always do it, but my teachers never understood how we got to the answer. I said, "Does it matter?" Yeah, I'm there. I'm not sure what the answer. Yeah, we cut our large pizzas. This is funny, into 8 slices in a circle pizza, and occasionally somebody will ask for 10 slices, and you think that we're trying to build a rocket. Everyone putting their heads together. All right, how do I into 10 slices? 2 of those slices are going to be really small. I can guarantee you that. But 4 of them. But yeah, it's the math thing is something that we practice, but we do get to use it now, which has been a struggle at times. But I got some young kids here who are smarter than I am when it comes to that. They can remember better than I could. Well, Gino Rago said he's watching, and he wants a T-shirt too. So now you're up to 4. You got to go back to the printers. Carmelo,
2 for those guys.
Yeah, well, don't give them to them until they give you theirs. So.
Oh yeah, pay up front for sure.
Cash on delivery. Carmelo, he's been on pretty much every single one of these, as well as my Donica. I want to thank both of you guys for being faithful followers, and through all the new faces, Craig and Gino and Lenny and Dorothy and all you guys. But I think Carmelo had a good idea. This is something I used to do when I was a GM of Pizza X, is that I started something. We had this giant cork board over there that wasn't being used for anything. I think it was designed for school art projects at some point, but they weren't. Our marketing person wasn't getting the pictures from the school in the small town. So I said, have your kids draw me a picture of Pizza X or pizza, and I'll give them a free bag of breadsticks. Carmelo's saying, how about color the inside of the box, turn it in. It could be something similar, but I mean, these are things that you could do to get the family's kids involved. Now, trust me, you got to watch out, because I had plenty of adults trying to turn that in, and I'm like, no, man. I said, I'm looking at it. I'm like, your 10-year-old did not draw this. I'm sorry, man. So this is your one. Next time, no. But yeah, that's a really good idea. And Dorothy jumped in again too and said that they used the Novella Pizza Box for their daughter's Latin mobile project. So that's pretty cool. And she's absolutely right. It's free advertising. something like that. But I mean, having some kind of display like that gets the people knowing that you're thinking about the community, not that you're not already, but it could be another way to help parents stay sane, sit down with their kids and help them draw a pizza picture. So again, now everybody's given her that in mobile probably was a high school project. Oh, wow. So it wasn't even a little kid.
Right.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Yeah, I got to see that. Send us a picture, Dorothy. I want to see that.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining in. Brandon, again, thank you so much for your time. Everybody can reach out to him at Novellas for Instagram and I guess Instagram and your Facebook, right? Same one?
Yeah, same name. Yep.
All right. Well, everybody stay safe, stay sane, go in and get some good pizza, be socially responsible, and just, love your neighbors. And we'll all get through this. We'll see you on the other side. Appreciate it, Brian. It's good to see you. I look forward to seeing you in person soon. You too, man. Can't wait.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.